Mike Martins here, Mike Martins channel. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mike. Well, does anyone make $1 anymore being honest? That is the question. And I believe there is. You know, I've been doing really well at what I do. Keeping it honest, keeping it straight, keeping it by the book, whether it's tax, whether it's, consumer support, customer support, I'm saying. You know, I feel that there is, but when 14,000 pairs of Nike shoes or whatever show up on an American port in California today, that's pretty shocking. It's okay. It's not shocking because it's the way to get ahead today, and I feel that the way to get ahead today is by the way countries get ahead, or the way economies get ahead, is by defrauding. You know, bank fraud, insurance fraud, medical fraud. There's just so much, like huge money laundering. You know, pay to play and basically don't provide a service. There's a lot of stuff going on, you know, and it's a very scary situation we're in, because people or governments or people are losing faith. Heck, I think the governments are losing faith in their own governments. Never mind people losing faith in their governments. I think the government is losing faith in itself. So what is going on, guys? We got the elections here in Canada, and it's a big eye-opener right now because of the situation they're having with the elections and the discussion. And what's scaring me is governments are spending more than what they're taxing, and that's scary. But on hindsight of it, in these debates, they're not even talking about anything that matters to the Canadian proper. What is the Canadian proper going to do? Like, what does the Canadian proper have? Right? That's the question. So we're looking at right now, you know, like a lot of Europeans heading back to Europe. They're like, you know what? I came here to lose. I'm going back to Europe. So a lot of Europeans that could sell their real estate that they bought in the 70s, 80s, and 90s are all selling their real estate and moving back to Spain, Portugal. What was the other country that's pretty big right now? A lot of people moving back to the UK too, believe it or not. Because Canada, it's really tough. It's a rich man's land. It's for, like, if you have a lot of money, I'm talking about millions, then you could buy an average-sized house, drive an average-type car, and you could do okay if you live a very humble life and don't spend a lot of money. You could live a very humble life if you're a multi-millionaire. But if you're not going anywhere. You need to, you know, I want to be positive and say, look, keep your eye on the prize. The money's there to make. There is a sea of money out there to make. But then it goes back to my first question. How much of it is corrupt, right? It's so much bank fraud. And then once banks are seeing fraud at the levels they're seeing at right now, it just takes away from everything. Because the banking is the institution for our treasuries, our savings, our day-to-day transactions, right? Our whatever we have for wealth, or our stock trades, or you know, and that's my concern, and that's what's been concerning me for a long time now, is the amount of fraud. Like, I bought a car, they added some Mickey Mouse insurance on there, and then when I go and use it, they're like, oh no, you can't use this insurance. And then I'm like, well, I paid $3,000 for it. Oh yeah, but then, hi, can I get an extra large dark roast with 1 cream?
Alright, was there anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, so my problem with that is it's actually a big one. Because wages haven't been going up, and especially with the devaluation of our currencies, lowering interest rates, and our currency becoming less and less stable, it's the scariest thing you could ever fathom in your mind. You know, it's the scariest thing. Where what's my wealth worth, right? What like even people that have saved, even people with savings are at risk because they're scared. You know, they're scared. They're scared that, you know, that they have no confidence. That's why a lot of people are buying silver and gold. Silver and gold is going down today. That's nice. And that's an opportunity to buy. You're going to see a huge sell-off right now in the markets, and before the end of the markets, you're going to see a huge buyback.
Morning, brother.
How are you, my brother?
I'm going to hand it over. Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah.
Happy Friday to those out there that are just tuning in to Morning Coffee with Mike. What a gorgeous day we're having today. If you missed Can't Read Market Talk from this morning, we had the Raven on and we had the Lord Humongous on the show. And it's really nice to see those guys. You know, a lot of people are on the ball when it comes to realistically looking at things, but it gets pretty scary when you start realistically looking at, like, do I have to commit, like a lot of bank fraud went on with lenders because with the lending system, because they feel that you know, they need to make these quotas, they need to make this, or they'll be let go. So a lot of them start fudging income numbers, this, that, and their TDS doesn't fit. Total debt service ratio never fits. But what they do is they kind of, oh, I heard you were working here. Yeah, you know, I'm going to put this job down for you. Well, I don't work there. Well, you do now, and you're going to get this loan. It's like, wow, really? Then the guy can't afford to pay it back at the interest rates they're charging. So even though interest rates are historically low, people still can't pay down their debt. What does that tell you? A weakened economy, a shrinking economy. And guys, that is scary. I don't want to gloom and doom the world, but you know what? Be honest to yourself. Be whole to yourself. Be at one with yourself. Be just love, man. It's all about love. It's all about reconnecting with people that, you know, that were there for you through your life that you've lost contact with. It's all about seeing clearly, seeing through the fog, seeing through the mist, keeping that positive fire in you that keeps you going every day. It's about being there for one another. It's about, you know, not being there for the negative people, you know, or people that bring you down. We all attract the negativity, right? Good news never sells. Bad news sells. Good news never travels as fast as bad news, right? And that's scary. You know, Vanilla Ice said it himself. One day, good news would travel as fast as bad news. Yeah. Rob Van Winkle. Vanilla Ice. I used to listen to his music when I was in grade school. But yeah, the negativity is always there. The bashing is always going to be there, people. Scamming is always going to be there. Why? Because there's no justice. Like I keep saying, banks are too big to jail. And if the mentality of the bank is that for the last 3 decades, it's just going to continue on this trend that it's on, where they're too big to jail. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people out and about today. It's only plus 3 centigrade out there. It's gonna reach a high of 14, 15 centigrade. So it's not gonna be that bad. I'm excited to have a nice day today. Maybe open the door of the store, let some fresh air in, and enjoy the day. But yeah, you know, I just want to let people know, you know, it's good to stay positive in times like this. You know, positiveness goes a long way. It creates a good aggregate against the negativity that's happening. You know, it creates a barrier of the huge aggregation that you want to fight against. Right? You're fighting against, right? The current. We're all fighting against the current. Every single human being that's an average citizen in this world, in the Commonwealth right now, is seeing a new trend. And that is struggle. And that is aggregation against just to survive. Just a basic lifestyle. Just a basic everything, guys. What do I know, right? I have no education and can't read. But I do, my business is doing really well. You see it when you pay your PST every month. You see the gains you make when you calculate your earnings. You see it. You see the growth, right? You know? You also see it in different aspects in life, right? But if you could grow yourself, and you could grow in wisdom, and you could grow in knowledge, and most importantly, grow in love. The bottom line, everything is love. That's the bottom line. Everything connects to love. Because once we love each other, you won't have wars. Once we love each other, you know, love is the cure to fear, right? And I've said that many times on this channel. Well, everyone's parked in front of my store again so they can get their car seen on the cameras. People do that all the time. They park in front of my store and then they go to the gym or wherever they're going. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's a vehicle parked in front here, right in front of me, that's from Massachusetts. The spirit of America. Wow. I hope I bump into this person. Maybe I'll stand outside their car till they come back. Maybe it's someone visiting me from Massachusetts. What? Anyways, because I have so much family there, right? Let me know what you guys think. Comment below in the comment section. I want to know what you are feeling or how you are feeling or what is basically what's on your mind. Comment below. Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Mike Martins here, signing off from Morning Coffee with Mike.